In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make the best butterscotch chocolate chips cookie. Look at the chocolate effect right there. As soon as you break the cookie into two, you feel the gooey effect of the chocolate. Don't you like what you see? Stay tuned till the end while we work together to make these cookies. See ya! These are the ingredients I'm going to be using for the butterscotch chocolate chips cookies. First, I'm going to produce the chocolate that is going to get into the cookies using the Nutella chocolate. So using a spoon, I'll just scoop small sizes, and once I am done, I will keep this in the freezer for an hour or in the refrigerator overnight. The reason is because you want the chocolate to be hard enough such that when you put it in the cookies, it doesn't melt, and when you put it in the oven, it doesn't melt right away. So just watch as I do this. So I'm done producing the small sizes of chocolate. Now onto the cookies itself. First, I'll be pouring in a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda into 2.5 cups of flour. Using a whisk, I am going to mix this together so it incorporates. Now in the mixing bowl, I'll pour in a cup of butter, and a cup of brown sugar. We will be mixing this for about 4 minutes. So just continue to watch as I mix. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're here for your first time, hello and welcome. You're going to love it right here. To all my returning subscribers, thanks so much for always coming back. Your comments, your support, your love goes a long way. I am truly grateful. Whenever you're mixing, do not forget to stop to scrape the sides so that everything gets incorporated. Watch as I stopped to scrape the sides. Now I will be adding the eggs. I'm using 2 eggs for this recipe. I'll first of all put in 1 egg and mix for a little bit. I stop to scrape the sides. Make sure you send the spatula right under. Once that is done, I added the second eggs and I mix for a little bit too. This recipe produces about 20 to 24 cookies. All depends on the size of your cookies when you're shaping them up. Yes, stop to scrape the sides. Let's continue to watch. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing very great. As for me, I'm fine on this beautiful snowy Friday. We will mix again for a little bit because we want to get a homogeneous effect and not a curdled effect. So just watch as I do this. So that is what you want to get, homogeneous, looking soft and yogurtish. You don't want it looking all cuddled up. Now I'll be adding the dry ingredients. Remember, this contains 2.5 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I added it, I mix a little bit, and I scrape the sides so that everything got incorporated. Now I added the rest of the dry ingredients. And I'll mix this just for a little bit so that everything gets combined. I stop to scrape the sides as usual. This is not something new. you always want to stop to scrape the sides. Look at how nice everything is coming together. Now I'll be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then 3/4 of the half cup of butterscotch chocolate chips. Now everything is done. This is how it looks like. I'm just mixing everything up. That is the effect you want to get. That is the texture, I mean. Now I'll be rolling the batter into small balls. At this point in time, you can roll all 20 to 24 balls and put on the same sheet. That is fine, because again, you're not going to be baking everything together at once. So you can just get your balls, your cookie balls, get them ready. And once that is done, you're going to put this in the freezer for an hour or in the fridge overnight. So I did put this in the freezer for an hour. As you see, my other tray got small, so I used this second tray. I just put a parchment paper because the tray is not completely flat enough. So that's why I'm using the parchment paper. You could still use the parchment paper. I noticed that the sizes were not really as even as I wanted, so I was just doing some work, just playing around to get an almost even size. It's hard to get all 20 the same size. You could as well use an ice cream scoop to get this effect. Now, I put it in the refrigerator. It stayed for an hour. I will be putting in the chocolate ball that I created earlier into the cookies. So I took into the batter, sorry. I took one ball of batter, divided into 2, opened it up. I put the chocolate dollop inside, and I made sure I covered it completely. Make sure it covers the chocolate completely. You don't want any chocolate being seen. Continue to watch as I do this. Hello, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. Hit the red subscribe button. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers, so please, let's get to that level. Help me, let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Spread the word, tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's do this together. So I continue to cover the cookies with the chocolate dollop. Oh, sorry. I continue to cover the chocolate dollop with the cookies. Make sure everything is covered. Make sure everything is completely covered. Make sure the balls are really round. Continue to watch as I do this. We're almost there. I realized that the chocolate dollops I made got finished. So what I did is I just went to the Nutella container, got a little bit of chocolate to fill in the last cookie. Again, I wasn't very worried because this was just the last ball of cookie. So it was going to get into the oven right away. So the spreading would be less. So everything is done. I put the butterscotch chips on the cookies. This is just to create an extra beautiful effect. All set, all ready to go. Now once you're done, you can bake this in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and make sure the cookies look soft, and you want this effect, this chocolatey effect in the cookies. See what I see? The kids loved it so much, they munched it and finished everything almost right away. Look at that. Oh, so yummy. Again, do not forget, life can get bitter. Eat cake to make it sweet. Until then, see you next week.